Ladies and gentlemen, the truck is back. G2 Skier here with a real update on this truck here. Obviously, it's back in my possession. It is fixed. GM did end up paying almost half of the $950 something repair bill. It's better than nothing, I guess. I really think injectors probably should be covered under warranty. You diesel folks, the injectors are covered under warranty, just not gas. So what I'm gonna do for y'all today is do a quick walkthrough of what I think is a list of every modification I've done to this thing. I'm probably missing a lot, but I have a list right here on the computer. Pull it up. There we are there, and gonna go through that one by one, just quick. And then if you guys have questions on certain modifications, I will try and do individual or groups of modification breakdown videos in the future if we get enough response in the comments for that. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna start right at the top of my list. I don't really have a huge order to any of this, but this truck was purchased in 2017, spring of 17, right after they came out. And it is fully loaded. I think it has every option you can get. 3.6, it's got the Bose and nav in it. I really do like the nav, even though I use my phone most of the time. Definitely love the Bose system, does all right. It could use a little more kick. I might get the sub later on, not positive there. But obviously leather. They did not have vinyl floor option at the time, so I do not have the vinyl floor mats in this. But yeah, every option, crew cab, short bed. Let's see what else is on the list here. Obviously, it's Deepwood Green, which is a discontinued color now. We'll start with the headlights. Not a whole lot to see, but they are factory housings with factory projectors. I have not swapped them yet. With you can kind of see the Hikari LED in there. It's their, they have a few options. That's their more pricey option, and they have amazing output. They do not have HID output. I will qualify that right now, but they do have much better output than stock, and extremely happy with them. Let's get a quick little glimpse here of the low beams. It just gives you that nice white color. Maybe a hint of blue. The camera definitely makes them look more blue than they are. It really is a pretty white light. Obviously, good cutout there. What do we got next? We have window tint. And the window tint I have done on this, excuse me, let me shut my heater off here. Might get a little noisy. Shut him off right now. Heater works really well in this garage. Nice industrial one. So this window tint is 20% over stock on the front side windows. Back is stock. And the back window is stickers, but the back window has 5% over stock. Not that you can really see in or out of it anyways going down the road, but it does darken it down quite a bit. It's one thing people don't realize with tint. If you do the back window pretty dark, which is legal in my state of Michigan, it definitely darkens the whole interior of the truck down. It does have a small 5% tint brow up here on top. Next we have the let's go over the suspension right now. That'll be a good one. This had kind of still does the BDS lift. What it has now is basically stock height rear. It has a 2-inch block down there. Kind of hard to see. 2-inch block in the rear versus 1.5 stock. Stock's actually a little higher than that. But the overload springs are removed in the back. So that brings it basically to stock height in the rear. Those are 35s. It is close, and the tires have rubbed on there enough to where it does not rub any longer. No cutting needed in the rear here. And goes through there. It has eaten away what plastic it needs to, and these are brand new 35s, so you get a picture of clearance. Up front here, I have BDS lift brackets, and I have the stock gas springs with a heavy winch bumper and heavy winch up front. No sway bar, and that brings it really down to, we were doing some height check the other day. It's between 2.5 and 3 inches over stock on the front. And give you guys an idea, it really, the way the body lines are on these trucks, it really does not sit nose high, even though it appears to. If you look here, it's about a hand width between this body line here and the top of the fender in the front. And if you follow this body line, you can't follow this body line that starts there. You follow this along the windows. That's actually up on top of your bed rail. Your rear fenders are actually that much lower than in the front. If you put a level on either the bed rail or the running boards on this, the rock sliders, it will be dead level. These trucks have funky lines, but this is working great. I also have timber and bump stops in the front, and I don't know if we could see them in the rear. I hit timber and bump stops back here. Not sure what's going on with this camera today. Hard to see them, but they're there. And altogether, this thing rides like a dream. It is definitely squishy on the road. We'll use the word squishy. It's controllable though. I can go 85 down the freeway, no problem. Back roads, no problem. In the dunes, very comfy. On the rocks, very comfy. Fair amount of articulation. Zero harsh ride any longer. I think that covers just about everything in the suspension here. Let's go with the Chassis Unlimited ladder bar. I don't know if I can get over there. This camera's acting a little weird, but you can kind of see it through there. It's those two bars. One goes on top of the axle, one goes on the bottom. And they go up to, yeah, you're really not gonna be able to see it, but there is a shackle that is welded to a cross member up there. And that prevents axle wrap, 100%. It's triangulated. And the shackle allows for full flex without binding. Unless you go full 4-link, that is the best setup you can have for articulation and axle wrap prevention. I'm not saying these trucks have a lot of it. I've just had those on every vehicle, and I like the way it makes it drive and handle off-road. It's predictable. Another thing we have here from Chassis Unlimited are the rock sliders here. They are very, very heavy duty. I don't know if you can tell, I do have grip tape on them. You can get that at really any auto parts store. Very sticky. And they connect to the frame in 4 spots. Very, very heavy duty, self-weld pit. You're not gonna break these things. Your truck or frame will break before those do. And we'll jump into wheels and tires. These are the Falken Wild Peak AT3W. And man, are they good in snow. I also have these on the lady's Jeep. And they are mounted on 1552 bronze Turbomac HDs. These were, I believe, the first set shipped out, one of the first sets. I worked with them on developing these. Awesome wheel, awesome color. They hold up well, definitely got some battle scars. And these tires, can't say enough good about them. Tons of tread, tons of siping in the tread. Just all around great tires there. Some of the blocks got 3 sipes in them. And in the summer, I run, obviously, the MT as you've seen in my other videos. Also Falken, also on the same wheel. It's a full-size spare there. These things are chunky, pretty quiet, sticky as heck, and very, very tough tires. So I expect the same out of these. These very quiet tires here. You can kind of see the road contact patch ends there. I might need to lower my PSI a bit. I'm still waiting for them to break in a little bit. Which jumps into shock skids. Let's take a look at those. Not shock skids, geez. Shock relocation. That is the 589 shock relocation kit. I do have another video on those. You're welcome to watch that. They are amazing and give tons of clearance under there. I mean, no low-hanging shocks at all. Zero fear going off-road and hitting those on anything. If you know what you're doing off-road, you shouldn't be aiming for your shocks anyways, but that just gives you another peace of mind. All right. I do have the tie rod sleeves. You can see there, they are Merchant Automotive. I do believe Peak Suspension makes a kit as well. I just got the Merchants because they were first to market by quite a while, and I wanted some for peace of mind. Ran them on all my full-size Duramax trucks, and they do quite well. The tie rods on GM trucks are kind of noodles. So what else? Exhaust, 3-inch exhaust. It's welded. You can't really see it all the way up. The secondary catalytic converter is removed. Changes the sound a little bit. I just wanted to do a exhaust that was not in the way of that Chassis Unlimited shackled ladder bar under there. That does take up some space and the stock muffler will not fit. So I just had a full 3-inch welded all the way up and out the back. All right, next up we have Ella. Hey Ella. All right, we're gonna go to the bed for this one. I'll open this up. Have some junk. Let me get this out of here for y'all. All right, sorry, using the truck for almost truck stuff. Rear chase light, very simple temporary setup. We don't wheel into dust often, but occasionally it does get dusty, and it does help when you are following someone or when someone's following you. So also works well as a reverse light and a light for setting up camp in the dark, which is good this time of year because it gets dark at 4:30 or so. So back here we have Gladiator Cargo Net. We have Plano Sportsman tote under there. Very, very nice system. The cargo net can hold a couple thousand pounds, I believe, with 4 straps. I have 8 straps on it. Nice heavy duty. They are used in the military. Pretty strong stuff. I do have the bull rings in the bed here. I have 4 of those installed. There are pockets for more. And I have this Yakima rack. I think I have another video explaining, but everything's Yakima on it. The mounts, I actually got these from Road Less Traveled. We did a little swap there. Thank you again for that. But the kayak racks work very well. This basket has a spare tire mounting system in it. Works well. Got the high lift holder. And the bars are 1.1" outside diameter, solid cold rolled steel that I fabbed up real quick. Not much fabbing, just some cutting and grinding, but the factory ones, or I should say stock Yakima bars, bent with this weight on it, especially with the kayak up there and some more gear. These will not bend. This truck bed will fold in half before these things break. They are 100% solid, 1.1". That ain't moving. Other thing we have here is the 6 dB gain antenna for the Midland radio setup. Just did a nice bar mount there. The Midland radio setup. Let's see if the light turns on here. Probably not gonna be able to see it. It's right there in the cubby in the back of the center console. Fits perfectly. And have the unit for that up here. I don't think it'll turn on because the key isn't on right now. But awesome setup, works great. Channel 16, Cheesebread ZR2 group up in northern Michigan. I should say Michigan in general. A couple of us from up here. Let's go. I'll just tell you about the next one. 589 steel drive shaft. You might have seen it under there. And AEV diff skid for the rear. Both work well for crawling. No vibrations, no nothing. Let's go into the 410 gears. You can't see those from Dana Axle Incorporated. Actually, the axles, front and rear, just the front differential, but the whole rear axle, all directly from Dana. They use this truck for a show. I do have, I believe, a video explaining that, but trade-off was a set of axles with 410s installed by them. Been working great, combined with the trifecta tune. The tune is untraceable. It does not trip the ECM or the ECU flash counter, and has sport mode and eco mode. Both work extremely well, and I love it. Last up, we have this 589 fabrication steel bumper here. This is the full-size bumper and the first bumper by them to run this half bull bar, we'll call it, or bull bar, request by me. And I'm gonna say it is really good looking. The finish is great on it. It holds up great, extremely heavy. Have the custom splice extended with fair lead on there. The nice shackles. I think they're Gear America. I can't remember. They're on Amazon. And just a nice shackle, nice little red touch there. 9,500 pound winch in there. And as you've been seeing, we got the yellow pods there. They have, they're just RC pods, nothing crazy. They all came with the bumpers, 589. Not the brightest things in the world, but they are plenty bright for what I do. I will, as soon as these shit the bed, I will get either Baja Design or Rigid. Obviously, it's 2 top names in the game right now. But that's just a running light feature those have. And I did yellow on them. Let me see if I can get them both to turn on here. Looks like they're both on. And it just helps. I did a little yellow film on them from Amazon again. And the inclement weather driving, yellow just lights up a lot better than your average LED color. So shut all those off. I think other than that, I think that's about it. It's got a little wireless controller. I think it's an Anzo for those. If I miss something, I will try and cover it in a later video, but that's an update of this thing. I am glad it's back. Does feel good to drive it again. I have lightened my interest in a new Silverado. I was considering Trail Boss there for a little while, and I think I kind of threw that out the window. I am going to start daily driving my work Silverado that was in the last video, the LT package. That will be the new daily, and this thing will be reserved for weekends and for the trails. Keep the mileage down on it. Milk out what's left of that powertrain warranty, hopefully, and slowly turn it into a trail rig like the original goal. Please like and subscribe to the video, hit the bell, turn on notifications, and don't forget to comment and tell me what you would like an in-depth review of, which part. I will list all of the mods I can think of in the video description. Thank you all. Hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend here in 2019. And we will see you next time.